All right, what up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning in to No Cap, No Filter. Back at y'all another episode of Running With You. I'm your host, Marley G. And there's a little topic I want to talk about, man. You in this dating scene right now, man, you always hear on all these little podcasts, all these little street interviews, you see a lot of women saying, "Oh, I'm single by choice." And I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Like, are they actually single by choice? Or they just trying to figure out a way to cope because nobody's actually choosing them. You know, they always say women, they choose who they have sex with. Men, they choose who they give a relationship to. So it's like when you're a woman and you're not getting that commitment from a man, the man you want, that is, it's almost like a man being in the friend zone. It's like one person getting what they want and the other party not getting what they want. You know, women, they like to get fulfilled with relationships. They like to get fulfilled with status. They like to get fulfilled with a title. They flex that. Men, a lot of men, if they can have their cake and eat it too by, getting with a woman but not having to commit to them, that's having their cake and eat it too. And the women, their version is keeping them in the friend zone, probably getting him to pay for things. If they go out on a date, he's always got to pick up the tab because he's the man. Probably get some type of gifts, probably give a sense of security. She basically getting all the benefits of having a man, but not having to have the title of a man or give him sex. So it, it goes both ways. But when it comes to women and they can't find a man, especially if they single for a long time, they usually say they single by choice. Now, me, I'm a type of person, I really feel like you are what you attract. So if you're attracting a lot of assholes, a lot of guys that's mistreating you, a lot of guys that's not taking you serious, 9 times out of 10, you portraying yourself in a manner that they're gonna do that to you. They're not gonna take you serious. They're not gonna commit to you. They're not gonna give you that title. So what a lot of these girls do is they say, "Oh, niggas ain't shit. Fuck these niggas. I'm single by choice. When if I want a man, I can have one if I wanted to." But see, when they say if I want a man, I can have one, I got a lot on my line. That's men that's wanting you that you not wanting back. If you wanted a man and he wants you, you would proudly be taken off the market. And a lot of girls say, "Oh, I got this and that. I ain't got no time to be worried about a man." But when you get with a person, a lot of times when people in a relationship and they get with a person, what they often say, "Oh man, I'm glad I met them because I was at my lowest or I was at adult time," or. So it's never an excuse to be like, "Oh, I couldn't mess with this person because it was at this time of my life." That's some of the best times to get in a relationship, when somebody could help you up, when they see the potential in you. If they see you a good person, but you just having you down on your luck. Somebody and your family might have passed. You probably ain't get that job promotion that you wanted. You probably ain't passed that grade that you needed to pass in school. You just kind of like not yourself at the moment. That's some of the time the best times to get in a relationship, because you really appreciate that person from lifting you up and getting you up out that dark time. Or let's just say you feel like, "Oh well, um I need to heal from my last relationship. I need to heal from my trauma." That's one of the new little uh popular words right now people use, is trauma. So the right person come along, they could make you forget all about that trauma. you know so when women say, "I'm single by choice," it's really they single because the man that's wanting them, they don't want them men back. It's usually, guys that they got in the friend zone, guys that's simple, guys that's just, they know they just want them for sex, but they ain't trying to really give them that time of day and have them even give them sex to them. So it's almost not an option if they're not an option in their eyes. Like, yeah, they could be an option, but is it a real option that you want? Because if you got about 3 guys that's on your radar, and you know this is a good man, he is your type, he hit all the qualifications, all the qualifications, you ain't gonna just keep that man just out there on the market waiting, especially if you got like 3 on your line like that. And nobody really has 3 on their line like that. Nobody has 3 potential partners. You might at best be dating one, been talking to them, and then another person come in, and right before you just fully commit to this one, you're gonna see what this one talking about. At best, you might have 2. But you know, and that's the thing about these options. You know, and then on top of that, the dating scene, a lot of people feel like the dating pool got pissed in it, and a lot of it comes from what people see, what people regurgitate on social media. Every time you go on social media, you see a lot of gender wars. You see men bashing women, women bashing men, men ain't shit. You know, everybody won't be a savage, everybody cold-hearted. Don't nobody trust nobody. Everybody got trust issues. You know, all these apps, everybody got so many DMs flooded. Everybody got text messages flooded. You got this dating app. You got this social media. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on right now. You know, and on top of that, your algorithm going algorithm. So if you looking at a lot of men ain't shit posts, women ain't shit posts, that's gonna kind of like be in your subconscious. So you're gonna kind of walk around with that on your sleeve, and you're gonna have it in your mental on the daily. You know, we creatures of habit, and what we see is kind of like what we gonna perceive the world to be. And a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are scared to get in a relationship because a lot of people don't want to get played. A lot of people don't want to get made a fool of. A lot of people don't want to get hurt. And if you're a motherfucker that been hurt, shit, you damn sure gonna have a guard up. You damn sure gonna have a brick wall right there. You ain't trying to let nobody get you know, you ain't trying to get let nobody get close too easily. So when that right one come around, you're gonna get off the market. So the whole I'm single by choice is bullshit, especially if you've been single a long time. I know a lot of women now they making their money right now, and that's another thing that's keeping, you know, a lot of women are feeling more masculine. A lot of men, they say men are sassy. And I think they say men sassy when men have boundaries, and men, you know, they talk about their needs too. And a lot of women feel like they come off as sassy when a man he sets his boundaries. You know, so you walking around with women perceiving men as sassy, and you walk around with men perceiving women as masculine because a lot of women are making more money. They feel like they can't be told what to do. Being submissive is being controlled. Being submissive is being a slave. They making their money right now, so they just not at home being no housewife or whatever. They want everything equal. They want men to be traditional men, but they want to be the new era modern woman. Now, how that go? That's another thing that we coming into a head bump. Right now, we coming into a new era of social media and dating apps and women getting money and the modern woman. Meanwhile, women still want men to be a traditional man. You're not a real man if you do X, Y, and Z. You know, basically what I want when I want it. You know? So I think a lot of it is a lot of cap. I think a lot of it is a lot of cope. You know, you just not getting chose. You're just not getting chose. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some people who fresh out of a relationship, they don't want to just jump into nothing too quick. You know, I think those are the people who single by choice. But when that right motherfucker come around, it ain't single by choice. That right motherfucker just ain't come around. People make time for who and what they want. And if that right person come around, it ain't gonna be no, I ain't got time for a man. You're gonna have all the time for a man. You ever had a woman kind of like, you know, play games with you, you know, beat around the bush, you know, flake on a date, but once they do get to know you, they didn't really have time for you, but once they do get to know you, especially if you put that wood on the right or not, it's a whole 360. They got all the time in the world now. Now they always want to be up under you. At first it was, oh, I can't come because I got work in the morning. Now, shoot, they'll come even if they got work in a few more hours. At first it was, oh, I can't come because I need to go to sleep. I need to take me a nap. I'm tired. Now they want to come over there and come take a nap with you in your bed. You know, I had a bad day. I'm just trying to chill inside and drink. Now they want to come over and chill inside and drink with you and, you know, be held after that bad day. In the beginning, it's all the excuses in the world not to see you. But after they get to know you, now it's all the excuses in the world to come see you. No matter what roadblock it would have had, they'll Uber to you if they don't got a call. You know. But same with men too. When that right woman come along, the nigga try to be all savage as they want. A nigga try to be, oh, I'm a player. I ain't hanging up my jersey no time soon. When that right woman come along, because one thing about men, we know, well, I ain't gonna say all men, but one thing about, you know, most competent men who know how to vet a woman properly, they know when that right woman come along, that's for them. And that's another thing. Everybody ain't gonna be for everybody, but that person that's for you, when that one come along, you ain't trying to let her go so easily. You're gonna fight for it. And what I mean by fight for it, you're gonna do the necessary things to, you know, try to really get to know this girl and try to keep her around. And what I mean by keep her around, like, you know, actually court her and date her to see if, you know, something can transpire. Maybe a relationship might blossom. Who knows? But after running through a lot of females, once you get that right one, you trying to hang it up. You trying to chill. Now that don't mean a nigga gonna just be faithful, but at the same time, a nigga will commit. You know, because I feel like the two main things a woman gonna look for in a man, and a man's supposed to provide to a woman, is being a provider and being a protector. If he ain't trying to give you no money, if he ain't trying to, you know, make life easy on you financially, he ain't trying to worry about you like that. If he not willing to fight for you, like when I say fight for you this time, I'm talking about literally fight for you to protect you, he ain't really worried about you like that. But when it's a girl that he really care about, oh yeah. You know, he'll probably pay some bills or two. Or if you move in, you know, however y'all want to do it, y'all do 50-50, or he take 100% of the bills, or whatever the case may be. You know, if he willing to do that, or then he, you know, he really care about you. You know? So it ain't just women, you know. If a man say they single by choice, shoot, let that right woman come along. Let that right woman come along that cater to his needs. You know. Let that right woman come along that know how to cook. Let that right woman come along that's, you know how to give him his space and peace, and just don't be a burden to him. You know. But shoot, we just in a different time right now. We in a different time where people are adjusting to how modern dating is. I think the 90s babies and the 80s babies, they kind of adjusting to all this. The generation that's like 14, 13 growing up and they dating right now, that's all they know. Like that's all they know. So it's a learning curve, and you know, if you young and that's all you know, you gonna have to bump your head, and a lot of times you're gonna bump your head, and it's gonna be on social media, a lot for everybody to see. And that's another thing. People be you know, some people ain't with the social media, having all your business out on Front Street. So when it comes to the vetting process, you got to really do your due diligence and see who you're really dealing with. But like I say, once that right person come around, ain't no more single by choice. You know what I'm saying? You can be off the market by choice. But let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Like when you hear the word "I'm single by choice," is it cap? Is it a coat? Or are they just attracting the wrong people? All the people that they think are options, you know, that's just people that they don't want, and they can't bag the person that they really want. The person they really want probably in a relationship or just don't see them on that type of level. They ain't on that type of time with them. Let me know in the comment section below.